Hello, and welcome back to the land of our elders. We pick up where we left off. Well, actually, not exactly. Our party has been traveling some distance along, and after a night with the good doctor on their travels, hiding off somewhere in the forest after their unfortunate series of run-ins, he mysteriously vanished. Considering his peculiar nature, the party did not question why he had vanished, and simply accepted that, well, he's kind of a freak.
This is true.
Better off without him, I say.
Man, I'm going to miss that free medical care. Also, I need more of that humanity junk he's been talking about.
He dissected someone and got us in trouble with the whole freaking town!
He can heal my broken limbs in a moment.
Oh, sure. You just want an eternal zombie slave. As freaking... as a cost? Like, you're just okay with that?
That's just a side benefit.
A side benefit?
As the duo has this conversation on the road to Rothsack, suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes the ground in front of them.
Ah!
Well, don't die, Iris. It didn't hit you.
You're alright over there.
I suppose
No,
it did kick up a little dust. Anyway, at the center of this bolt of lightning, a circle of ash is made, and in the center of it is Dorvin the Grey, who is rather in-shocked.
When you say in shocked, do you mean like his hair sticking up, or do you mean like he looks surprised?
He looks rather surprised.
Hey, you look more surprised than I do.
Did you go teleporting?
I have no idea where I have been. I do not know how much time has passed.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Dorvin the Grey mysteriously vanished some days ago. Unfortunately, however, he does not remember most of what occurred after he had vanished. What he does remember, though, is that he was reading or at least attempting to read a passage from the book in the language of the elders.
Yes, I see I am also missing my book.
It's not missing.
That's the first. It's right here.
Give it.
Here you go.
You didn't get zombie flesh on it, did you?
I rubbed it all over. Just a little bit of sprinkles, you know. Just
You guys are taking the fact that he appeared in a literal bolt of lightning rather well, I must say.
So, we've had forest demon spirits with dead old ladies. What? Nothing can phase us at this point.
Whoa, dead old ladies. What?
You were
But,
there! What do you mean?
Yeah, you were
what?
there.
He wasn't there for the dead lady.
It was dead. No, not that dead lady. The lady before that lady.
Yeah, there was a dead lady, and we were bouncing around in cart, and she just flopping around.
I told them to set the body on fire and throw it at the spirit.
Wait, what?
You remember that?
I don't remember that part.
Oh, I did.
I'm getting to it. Anyway.
Well, it seems like his zombie brain is broken, and I just disappear and appear out of nowhere, not knowing how much time has passed, not even knowing where.
Well, you probably wanted to miss the past few days anyway.
What was I supposed to miss?
You weren't supposed to miss anything. Just,
We met this interesting fellow.
interesting. More like
Yeah.
a quack. He's a quack. He's a duck.
He was
Oh,
very helpful.
He
guys
was unhelpful. He got us kicked out of an entire town.
This is true, but he also fixed my, whatever was hurting.
What do you mean whatever was hurting? You're a zombie. You don't even have working organs. Nothing hurts
I
inside.
have working organs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, to digest all the brains and flesh you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start eating your brains and flesh if you don't leave me alone. Now, where have you been?
I don't know where I've been.
So you just up and teleport away and come
Last
back with
I
no
remember-
memory.
I was falling asleep, and then
To describe the place at which Dorvan had found himself, Dorvan the Grey, upon disappearing from reading a passage in his book, he found himself floating through a place like the sky, but there was no ground to be seen beneath him, just an endless sky filled with clouds, a red sky as if the sun were setting, and yet time did not pass. However, he has forgotten much of what happened after he had arrived at that place, and only remembers coming back.
So he doesn't really remember anything you just said.
He remembers what I just said, but nothing else which happened within. Only he went there, and he left, and he vaguely remembers what it was like.
Does he mention this?
Do you mention? No. He does not. Very well.
Oh, okay. Secretive. Everybody else is sold? Alright. Let's see. Well, we're heading to, the next town. We didn't really get a...
Rothsack. You're on your travels to Rothsack.
Yeah, we got a little detoured after we were trying to run for our lives after that last town.
What happened exactly?
Oh, well,
we met this quack, and he told us to get some maggots, and we've got him some meat, and then he was killing a lady, and then the whole town found out, and we had to leave.
So he's a murderer.
No, she wasn't dead.
She was brain dead. She was retarded.
He made an actual zombie.
So you're telling me that you guys met a freaking necromancer?
No, because he didn't bring the dead back to life. He made the living into the dead.
So he's a...
Sort of. Yes and no, because they technically didn't die. It was more like, I guess a zombie. I guess that would be the
brain
best
dead. He killed her. She was retarded. She couldn't think. She had no brain. He took it out of her.
And
yeah,
where is this man?
We should have brought her with us. That would have been handy. You know, undead slave. Would have been handy to have.
You're sick. You're a sick man.
What?
Where is this man that kills people for a living?
He's disappeared.
Yeah, he just up and disappeared on our way here. He did seem kind of He did seem kind of weird, though, so, I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, and
I'm sure we'll see him again, though.
I hope not.
He'll probably just, knowing him, he'll probably just appear behind you or something. And be like, hello! Where's your plague? Or something, I don't know. But anyway,
sounds very annoying.
I don't know. He seemed alright to me. But
he seemed
anyway.
Insane.
But anyway,
It sounds like Iris could use the doctor.
I don't need any doctor. I shall pray to my gods and they shall heal me.
Iris, are you okay? You sound a little sick.
He doesn't know a thing. None of you do. I'm not sick. I'll be fine.
You look like you're catching a cold.
She has contracted the plague. We must burn her.
That's what everyone says. Everyone has plague. Just get over it.
I called dibs on her stuff.
Dovin, you will not be touching her stuff. Leave her alone.
Everybody knows that the slightest sickness here, you die.
It's not really true.
Because Vidar over here died, and he's back. So I don't think you know what you're talking about.
But he didn't die because he was sick. He got shot off a cliff.
Shot off a cliff, got sick. Death is death. It's all the same.
You know, I'm kind of curious if I can even get sick now.
You know what? Why don't you just have her spit in your mouth and let's see if you contract whatever the hell.
I don't really want to test it. But anyway, let's get to town. We got crap to do. I don't want to just... We need money. As always.
As you approach the town of Rothsack, could you please...
Hold on, I'll
Put
turn
your...
it on.
Yeah, push to talk.
Speak.
Surprised you didn't do that to start with.
I'm not psychic. I wasn't coughing in the theater.
Just slowly dying over here. Jeez. Really is contracted the plague.
My lungs are itchy.
You should have listened to the doctor when he told you.
Doctor can shut up. He's retarded.
Get a glass of water.
Okay,
It's in my lungs. Why? You want me to drown?
Yes.
What are we doing?
No.
You don't like me. You could have just said so.
As you approach the town of Rothsack, long before you reach the actual town itself, you can see the glistening waters of Rothsack Lagoon.
Ooh.
A deep basin, and a very large lagoon at that. More of a lake, I suppose, than a lagoon, but Rothsack Lagoon is quite an expansive one, stretching across it larger than some cities.
More than a mile?
Oh yes, the lagoon itself is likely, I'd say, from one end to the other, perhaps around 50 miles.
Wouldn't that be a lake?
Like I said, more lake-like than lagoon.
Oh,
It is a very large body of water.
That's a pretty big lake.
Wow, I bet there's going to be a quest involving that lake.
Do you say that?
Of course.
Oh. I mean, maybe, considering how frickin' big it is.
The
I bet you
lagoon,
there's some monster.
the sight of the lagoon reminds you, it's a good visual reminder that you are so ever close to the region of Marshall, the marshlands.
Oh, right. I feel like we're not ready almost. There's so much... I've heard there's a lot of... Everyone keeps talking about how much monsters and crap's there. I feel like we need to do some more... We need to make some more money, get some better equipment.
Well, how about instead of murdering this entire town, or in last time's case, dissecting people, let's actually do stuff to get money.
Hey, I tried. I did not know that guy was going to cause a town ruckus and get us kicked out.
I did.
The man was a quack, as you put it, so
Hey.
that should have automatically implied you were going to get kicked out.
Iris thought he was a quack. He healed me, so he clearly knew what he was doing.
You can't heal a zombie.
My
He
limbs...
healed you using quackery.
My broken bones mended themselves.
It's probably your zombie reflex.
I don't think that's how that works.
Have you heard from the man with the freaking ballista turret on his back recently?
Oh,
Actually, yeah.
wait, we did?
You
Oh,
did.
yeah, we did. That's right, yes, we did. It was mostly like, hi, I know the doctor. Bye. He said more
said a lot
things.
more than that, but sure.
He did. He was like, "Hi, things are." He basically said that his leader's given us the runaround, kind of, sort of, something like that. More like the leader wanted to like test me, but he just would rather just be straightforward with me. Something like that. Anywho, we need to make some money, and I know, Dorvin, as always, I'm sure you would love some money as well.
Of course.
I know I like money. Let's get us some quests. And I look for a bounty board or something.
You haven't actually entered the town of Rothsack yet, but sure.
Wow, you're looking for a bounty board out here in this forest. Don't get lost on.
I keep walking into town looking
Yes,
for...
see, that would be the smart thing to do.
Well, I thought we were in town. You mentioned Rothsack, so I was like...
I mentioned the lagoon of Rothsack. It's extremely large. You do have your map of the region, don't you?
In the file.
And
that
you
I
don't
haven't pulled
have
up.
said map up? You guys are bad at keeping track of notes and things. Anyway,
are.
No, just maps.
eventually you make your way into the town of Rothsack. It is a very large town. In fact, it's likely the largest town, you'd say, in the entire region, at least the ones that you've explored thus far. Within it, there is a church, an inn, a general store, a farm, a blacksmith, a ranch, a bakery, a mill, a sawmill, the Beastmen Guild, which was your goal, a town hall, and a tavern.
Hey, I pulled up the map. We are pretty close to Marshall. Actually, we're almost a little too close to Marshall. I almost don't want to go there so soon. Oh, we definitely need to do some quests. Let's see. Okay, you said there was a tavern, a Beastmen Guild. I'm assuming some kind of boathouse, given this size of this place.
Yes, there is in fact a fishing hut. I forgot to mention it.
Is there a tailor?
Yes.
I wanted to run by the tailor. Although, actually, no, I could save that for when I have a little bit more money. I don't know how much that... Well, it probably wouldn't cost that much. But, nah, it's just aesthetics anyway. Although, we need some more drinks. That alcohol came in pretty handy before.
I still have mead.
Yeah, but I'm out.
I still have all of my alcohol. I will sell you some.
No, I'm not gonna buy shit off you, Dorvin.
It's very cheap, because I'm most likely not going to drink.
You can use it as fire bombs later. That's what I use it for.
That's a waste of alcohol.
Trying to think what we need. Actually, we'll need some money before we do anything. Let's check the local bounty board, see if there's anything going on.
Very well. You approach the bounty board by town hall. The first and most obvious placed up on the board is the Cockatrice problem. See Beastmen Guild.
Oh man, the Cockatrice. I don't know if we're ready for that.
Considering it can turn people to stone, I don't know if we'll ever be ready for that.
I think that was like an urban legend. I don't know if they can actually do that.
If you
I think it's not.
Vidar, you remember Ramon telling you that the Cockatrice does not actually turn people to stone, but rather that its visage is such a horrifying sight that it causes men to freeze up in fear.
I know what Ramon said, but I believe
I was
what
simply
I believe.
reminding Vidar of what I believe he forgot.
I was saying that as if Vidar was saying it.
Well, Iris, I'm pretty sure that Ramon knows what he's talking about. I mean, it's his job to know.
You can never be too cautious.
Look, I'm not saying don't be careful. I'm just saying we can probably fight it, just maybe not just yet. I don't know. I feel like we're always underprepared for these things. I'm trying to think. I never really wrote down the different types of armor. I know, like, my chest pieces. My chest piece is plate, right?
Yes.
Or is it chain?
It's a plate
Okay.
mail piece.
Were there other things on the bounty?
Giving a cursory look over, it seems that everything that the town is dealing with directly relates to the Cockatrice problem. Except for one. Something that the fisherman is having trouble with.
Hey. Well, this Cockatrice, after looking over the bounty board, I'm like, wow, this Cockatrice is really causing these people some problems.
Dude, if we kill it, we're gonna get so much money.
Yeah, we should, like, talk to everyone and take up the bounty for everyone and just individually be like, yeah, I took care of that problem. Yeah, I took care of that problem. Yeah, I took care of that problem. We just individually get paid by everybody. I mean, that is a legit strategy if we can beat this thing.
The town has... You notice the writing on the Cockatrice bounty that it has been specified that the entire town, or at least the merchants of the town, have come together and put together a pot of sorts for the head of the Cockatrice.
How much?
The amount exactly is unspecified, but it says large reward.
Ooh. You know...
It's just secretly 2 coppers.
Hey, well look,
It's
guys.
a very poor town.
Large reward. Hey, they don't sneeze at large reward. If it's a large reward, it's gotta be more than 1 gold. I would assume.
You're also talking merchants.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Merchants. Dude, this is what we need. We've been piss poor for frickin' ever now. We need some money. This is our ticket. This right here. This is our ticket.
I'm perfectly fine with killing the Cockatrice, but I don't think we can kill the Cockatrice. We know nothing about Cockatrices. We have no idea how to fight it, and we have no idea about the terrain, and our skills suck.
Well, let's go talk to the local Beast Guild. Didn't Ramon mention to go there anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me this coin thing.
But that was in Marshall.
Oh, right.
No, the coin was for this Beastmen Guild.
Oh, yeah, we can show them this coin, and maybe they'll give us a little hand.
It's a sort of badge which signifies you as an honorary member. Somebody to be... somebody that they should help, basically.
Is it like a pin, or is it like an actual coin?
It's fairly large. It's more like a badge. So it's about the size of your palm.
Oh, do I, like, wear it on my chest?
There's no means to attach it to any clothing. However, you could have it set up to do so.
Oh, I'll just keep it in my backpack and just flash it when I need to. Alright. Well, we should know what we're hunting. So let's go over to the Beastmen Guild and see if we can find some stuff out about this cockatrice. Maybe it has some weaknesses, or I don't know, anything. That sound good to you guys?
Are we gonna fight it?
I mean, I'd like to know a little bit more about it before we fight it, but I mean, hey, there's some good money in this.
I suppose.
Alright. How about you, Iris? Are you dead?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go over to the Beastmen Guild.
Very well. You go towards the Beastmen Guild, noting that it is much larger than any Beastman Guild that you saw in your home region of Greenfield.
How big is the building?
It looks almost like a fortress.
Oh.
It is quite massive in size.
Well, these guys couldn't take care of the cock.
Standing around 5 stories tall.
5 stories tall?
Yes.
It
is in fact the largest building in the town.
Is this okay? Just out of curiosity, like, is there any walls or anything around the town itself?
The town does have walls, yes.
Is the town size relatively large, medium, or small?
It is a large town, very large town.
Okay, I was just curious. Because I was about to say, if this is a really small town with just like a freaking 5-story building in the middle of it, that'd be kind of weird. Because I would wonder where they'd get the members, you know? But, alright, that makes sense. Let's approach this big-ass building.
There's nobody on the steps of it, nor at the door, and you note that it is unlocked.
I open the door.
You open the door to a large hall where there are tables set out and there are quite a few men chattering with one another and eating, drinking, and other such things. There's lots of armor glistening about, swords, weapons, arrows, bows. You can see beds on either side and above, going up several stories.
Ooh, this place is decked out. Nice. I look around for, I don't know, like a desk or someone important looking. I don't know.
A man approaches you. Yeah, who are you? Okay, you coming to recruit?
Greetings, sir. I am Vidar. I was told to show you this, and I show him the medallion sort of device thing.
It's a coin.
Coin. What
Badge.
Badge.
Oh. Alright, yeah, I think we got a letter or something a couple of days ago. Yeah. Let me go get the boss. You see him walk off and just kind of leaves you there.
I wait and look around, just eyeing up the scenery.
You note that there are quite a variety of races in this hall, from humans to dwarves to orcs, as well as, half-orcs.
Wait,
and
there's full
elves.
orcs here?
What? Yes.
This place has full orcs?
Yes. Don't you remember? You've already met a full orc.
That's right, we did. I forgot.
This isn't like D&D where orcs are all evil and retarded. The full orcs are a regular thing. They're just kind of spread about.
Think more Oblivion, I suppose.
Yeah. But yes, there seems to be quite a variety of races here. And you note there even seems to be a half-giant here.
One? One half-giant?
There's a half-giant, just one. He's quite large, standing around 11 feet in height.
Hey, Iris. Looky, looky. One of you.
We're nothing alike. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, he's pretty tall. You said you were like part giant, right?
Yeah, half.
Half giant. He looks like a giant.
No, he's just wearing stilts.
I don't know, man.
What are stilts?
I'm assuming when she says that, I assume it's really big shoes. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. He looks pretty tall.
Stilts.
After some time of this conversation going on, a orcish man in full, elaborately decorative plate armor approaches you.
Ooh,
Shiny.
Off his left shoulder, you can see a short red cape.
Oh, dang. Dude's got a freaking cape.
His plate mail is chiseled with a crest, the crest of his family, and he has an ornamental-looking sword at his left side.
Oh, damn, this guy must be freaking rich.
The orc man approaches you and says, "Greetings, my name is Grogar. I am the leader of this guild hall. Ramon sent us word ahead of time of your coming in a letter."
Yes. Good to meet you, Grogar. I am Vidar. This is my compatriots, Iris and Dorvin the Grey.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
We heard you were having trouble, or at least when we walked into town, seems that we heard you had a cockatrice problem.
Indeed. The dang thing is very slippery.
What, I'm not too familiar with cockatrices. Do they have any particular weaknesses?
Well, I find the best thing for him is a sword right to the head.
How tall is a cockatrice?
They generally stand anywhere from 10 to 15 feet tall.
That's pretty tall. Let's see.
I don't think my sword will reach its face.
Is it all right if we stay here in the guild?
There's always a few extra beds around here, people always coming and going, and your guild hall honorary members. So by honor, I am duty-bound to allow you to stay.
Ah, why, thank you. We hope to be of service.
Just don't cause too much trouble.
No trouble. We're not troublemakers here, sir.
And if you're going after that cockatrice, I suggest you don't wear anything too heavy if you find yourselves in the Marshall region.
Oh?
The place is a death trap. Whole place is nothing but swamps, quicksand, quick mud.
Ooh, that's no good. Is that where it's at? In the
course, naturally.
Of course. What? I'm trying to think. Like, we would automatically know, like, what direction that is, right?
Where Marshall is? You know where Marshall is, yes.
Well, is the basilisk... Sorry, cockatrice. Is the cockatrice in Marshall, or is it... Because we're not in Marshall yet.
No, you're not in Marshall. It's causing problems in Cobham, but it is in Marshall.
Oh, so like it comes back and forth.
Yes, it comes into the town of Marshall from. It comes into Rothsack from Marshall.
Oh, I got a question for
The Cockatrice is extremely. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What is the cockatrice's main food source? What does it like to eat?
Mainly livestock. Not chickens, though. Never eats any chickens.
Ironic.
But the damn thing can have quite an appetite. It'll eat any animal it can get its hands on. Luckily, they don't seem to have much taste for people.
Oh, that's good.
But that's also a problem for us, because Marshall doesn't have much livestock.
Ah, I got
So it comes into our region, takes horses, cattle, pigs, anything it can get its hands on, and runs off. Thing moves like the wind.
I gotcha. Is there any farms around here with livestock?
Of course there's farms. There's the farm as well as the ranch, both of which are having problems with it.
I gotcha. Alright, well...
We've attempted to set up several ambushes, but the damn thing's just too dang fast.
Does it eat dead livestock too?
It only takes 'em fresh. We thought about that, but it's not like a necro. It won't take any rotting flesh.
So it doesn't stick around to fight you guys, it always runs away?
Once in a great while it might swish its tail or bite at somebody, but for the most part it moves fast, keeps out of sight.
Alright. Oh, does it prefer to hunt in the day or the night? Or just any time at all?
That damn thing always hits at day. It's brazen about it, too, like it knows we can't touch it.
That is pretty brazen. Alright. Well, thank you for the information, Grogar. I appreciate it. And we will see if we can do anything about this thing.
Anything else, anyone?
Let's see. We got bedding for the night. We got information. Is there any other information that you guys wanted to know about? Maybe I'm missing?
Well, we know how to bait it. We know how to kill it. Do we know
what
where
time
to
of
fight
day
it?
hits? Well, he said it comes back and forth from here in Marshall, so there's that.
It's in the Marshall region. Unfortunately, marching my men down into that area has been nothing but trouble. I can't get in or out with any kind of speed. We sink into the mud.
How tough is it?
I'd love
What
to...
are you laughing at?
I'd love to tell you, but we haven't been able to get a good enough handle on the damn thing.
What are you
Probably.
laughing at?
Probably because I'm assuming it's tough. But to be fair, I mean, he hasn't actually gotten to attack it. So, I mean, maybe it's not even tough. I don't know. Maybe it's just really elusive. But anyway, we should, unless we can think of something else to ask him. Can you guys think of anything else? I think that's about it for me.
Is the food free here?
The food is for residents and guild members. I know you're honorary, but I'm afraid you have to provide your own, rations.
Speaking of which, we need to buy some more.
Indeed.
I don't quite remember keeping track of how many I had. I had 4, but that was a couple days ago, I think. So I'm just going to assume I have 1. I might have 2, but I could just assume I have 1. I don't know. All right. Well, thank you very much, Grogar. We'll be on our way now.
Safe travels and good health to you.
As to you as well. All right. Let's see. Let's get some rations. And ooh, yeah, that's right, Iris. We have that poison. I bet we could use that poison on the cockatrice.
What are you going to do? Poison a live cow and hope it lives long enough to be able to eat?
No, I was gonna freaking put it on my sword and stab it.
We don't know if the poison affects it.
That's true, we don't. But I mean, he didn't mention poison doesn't affect it. Then again, he also hasn't been able to hit it, so I don't know. Maybe we should save that poison for a human. Some beasts are pretty resilient to poison.
Well, we can ask around town what ways are best to kill it, and then we'll get many different answers to go off from. So
Or we could look for a book on it and wherever they keep books.
Well, you can look for a book. We're gonna go get rations.
Yeah, we need some more rations.
Oh no, I have 8 days food rations. I'm good for now.
Let's see. Didn't you use any of those? Like, at least yesterday's.
What?
Like the night we camped. Did you use that one?
Yeah. I went from 9 to 8.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think how many days it's been. 2? How many days has it been since the night of Dorvin disappearing?
How long has it been since Dorvin disappeared?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Days-wise, I don't remember the exact days ago it was.
Yeah, me either. I'll just say I have 1 ration, and I'll need to buy more. Okay, let's find the general store. And Iris, I guess, can go look for a library or something. Unless she wants to grab some rations, too.
Iris?
Well, is there anywhere around here that would have any kind of books or knowledge?
Well, the Beastmen Guild has a library, I think.
They do. They always have a library in the Beastmen Guild containing various books that have information on various creatures and monsters that they hunt.
You know, I will help her look for a book. Right.
So you're not going with Vidar?
Because if we can kill this thing, we'll get a pretty good, decent amount.
I'll just assume that they'll tell me what they find. So I head off to the general store.
Very well. You enter into the general store, and you would describe the items in this store as being more than just general. In fact, it's quite a large store, and a lot of the things contained within it are rather elaborate, decorative, ornamental even.
Ooh, shiny. Like, when you, what sort of things do I see? Just at a passing glance.
This store actually contains some pawned-off jewelries. You can even see some bits, nicks, and knacks of various sorts, just expensive-looking things, and a large variety of them.
Any adventuring gear?
Plenty.
Okay.
In fact, I would say it's even one of their best sellers.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me. Who's at the...
There is a man
woman?
at the counter.
Oh. Excuse me, sir.
Why, yes, hello. How may I help you this fine evening?
He talks just like the other general store man. I love it. Excuse me, would you happen to have any dry rations?
Of course. We sell quite a few, all the time. Lots of adventurers coming through, you know.
Ah, of course.
Most of them probably die.
I...
But it's good for business. You know, I sell coffins, too.
Do you now?
Indeed.
You're quite the entrepreneur, I can see.
Mm-hmm. I invested in a coffin craftsman some time ago. It's been quite lucrative, I'd say.
I bet. Considering all the deaths. But, how much for a ration?
Well, there are 2 coppers per dried ration.
Alright, let's see. One sec. Okay.
As
I'll
you're debating
Well,
this,
no,
you notice that the store manager man has been measuring you as you've been thinking.
What?
He's been measuring you with a tape measure.
Oh, Lord. Sounds about right. Okay, I buy four more rations.
He hands
Great
over the
copper.
dried rations. Well, will there be anything else, sir?
Do you have... trying to think. There is something I wanted. Do you have a... Oh, no, that would be at the tailor. Do you have any cider?
Why, of course. Only the
How-
best. We bring
How
in
mu-
kegs of it from the tavern when they're, for our patrons when the tavern isn't open.
How much for a... Well, I don't know how much, like... What do you sell it by? Like the jar or...
We sell both bottles and we also sell kegs.
How much for a bottle?
Depends on which cider you get.
Apple.
Well, we have a couple different brews, but our local brew is fairly inexpensive, around 5 coppers per bottle.
Quite the delicacy. Vidar is feeling thirsty, having not been wanting apple cider for, I would assume, almost about a month now, but has only been able to get access to mead. Yes, I would like to purchase one thing of apple cider.
He pours it and corks it off.
Ah, thank you, good sir.
Will there be anything else?
Do you have a cloak?
Why, of course. We carry those in our adventurer section. A rather... Well, I'd say a good seller.
Any black cloaks?
Of course.
I look for one in my size.
You find one.
How much?
For you, 2 silver.
Jeez. For a cloak? Alright. Man, I'm really role-playing it up today. Alright. I hand the man 2 silver.
Lovely. He pockets your coins.
Alright, that'll be all today. Thank you, sir.
Be seeing you.
And I head back to the
He
Beastmen
gestures with his tape measure.
Guild. Dang, no. I'm just going to assume that he was doing that for a coffin.
What else?
Oh, man. Alright. I put on my cloak and I head back to the Beastmen Guild.
You do so. Iris and Dorvin, going back to you, you said you wanted to check the library. Now, what is it you're actually looking for?
A book on cockatrices.
Dorvin?
The same book.
Iris, give me a roll.
$25.
Alright. You managed to find a book containing a chapter on Cockatrice.
Yeah?
Well, what would
What
you like
about
to
them?
know about them? What information are you
Well-
looking up about them?
Well, can they be poisoned?
It mentions that cockatrices are resistant, but not immune to poisoning.
How about fire damage?
Cockatrices are almost entirely immune to burning.
Can they hold their breath for a while? Do they have any water abilities?
It doesn't mention anything particular about water. Neither any resistances nor immunities.
Does it mention anything useful to us?
The book mostly specifies that the cockatrice is the unholy abomination of a dragon and a chicken. It is a beastly visage of death and moves at an incredibly quick speed, carrying with it incredibly sharp and powerful talons which can rip straight through armor, teeth which could break a man's skull, and a sight so horrific that it can freeze one in place.
Yay.
The cockatrice does not have any particular weaknesses, per se. However, it doesn't have any particular resistances other than fire. It could be drowned, it can be poisoned, although it has some resistance to it, due to its large size. It can also be burned with acid or other such things. And, of course, it is an animal and it can be tricked or trapped, which it says that the best method for dealing with one is to trap.
Where would we get a trap that big in this town?
We could make out of.
You
air
don't
fryer-
exist.
I know, but like we could make one of those gigantic boxes.
He's actually
You're not here
back.
for this conversation.
He actually is, because you have to keep in mind that he has returned around the same time that you managed to find the book. He wasn't gone for very long.
Yeah, I doubt it would take me that long just to pick up 3 items really quick. Hey guys, what'd you find out? Any weaknesses?
No, but no real particular strengths either.
Is he resistant to anything?
Not really, just fire.
How about poison?
Mildly immune?
Well, I guess that's not that great then. What if we made a, that thing where like they put the branch and there's like a box, and then like kitties get stuck in them. Like you just tug the string and the little kitten gets stuck in the box. If only we had a giant one of those.
Well, the Beastmen said they were trying to trap it, but they haven't been able to.
Well, they did say it was really fast. Maybe.
Discuss your plans for a bit. I will be right back.
Okay. Well, what we could do is we could get some bait. We just sit around the farm or the ranch. The only problem is we don't know which it's going to attack. That's the problem. I mean, I guess we could camp out at 1.
And luring it out doesn't sound like it would do too much good because it would just take the bait so quickly that it would run away before we could do anything.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like we have to be close to whatever it is that we're baiting.
Maybe we could find where it lives?
I feel like that'd be kind of hard, though, because, like he said...
It's ginormous!
Yeah, I know it's ginormous, but remember what he said, is that this place, we could get bogged down.
I mean...
And we're all wearing some kind of armor.
It is well, I'm not, but it is a marsh.
My dexterity is really bad, so my avoiding of things would probably be really hard.
That sucks for you.
I'm just saying, like, finding its lair or whatever would probably be really hard. Plus, we're not exactly the most perceptive.
Oh, hey, doctor's online.
Oh,
He's been online.
I just noticed.
Well, let's see.
What's your plan, team?
We're still kind of figuring that out. We're debating whether or not to like try to go to its lair or to try to draw it out. I think perhaps to draw it out, just because I don't know if going in the swamp with full armor is the best idea.
I don't disagree. I think swamps are very, very dangerous, but I don't know. We'd have to make a very tricky trap to be able to catch something that's so quick. Something faster than a cockatrice.
Ooh. Well,
There is always the possibility of seeing it before you finalize your decision.
Yeah, we still haven't seen this thing. We haven't even gotten a chance
Rolgar
to...
did mention to you that it frequently attacks the town. You might get a chance to see it in action, at least.
Maybe we can at least get a feel for this thing. Attack it, perhaps. See how fast it is. Let's see. We have to be really close to whatever we're baiting, because we got to be like right there. We got to be right on it when it takes whatever it is.
I don't really feel like we have a lot of chances when it comes to bait, because bait has to be like live cows or sheep.
We could like tie a lamb's legs to the ground or something. I don't know. But probably piss off a farmer. Well, we'll have to either. All right, let's try this. We'll go to either the ranch or the farm and try to find. And you two, wait, no, that's right. Dorvin doesn't have a bow. Okay, and one of you can sit on top of something with a bow and try to shoot at it.
During the middle of your conversation within the Beastman's library, a familiar, mysterious figure enters in.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, not
He
this
just
quack
stands
again.
there, a bit lost.
Pause. Doctor?
Where have you been, huh? Just disappearing randomly and coming up in here like you own the...
Who is this man?
Aren't you going to say anything, Doctor? Are we going to play this game again? Very well, it's that game again. Anyway, you hear screaming outside.
Oh no! Tag Devitt.
What did you do?
You hear the beastmen clamoring and rushing outside.
I rush outside.
The rest of you?
I also go outside.
Very well. Iris, Doctor.
Coming.
The doctor follows, but is still completely
Saying
out
too
of
many
it.
words. We go.
You all rush outside to see, well, mostly just beastmen running. Vidar Grogar passes by you.
I follow him.
You follow him.
Yeah.
Without
I wanna
any
see
question. Very well.
I don't have to question. I want to hit whatever these guys are about to hit.
You follow Grogar. It isn't very far that you follow him. You see the fences of the farm. You also see the beam of a fence fly by your head and stick itself into the ground.
Oh.
Nearly impaled you.
Holy shit.
It's difficult to see over the massive bodies in front of you. However, there are large white wings, a screeching, violent sound, and you can see the green scales of a tail thwapping about.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
I try to push through to get...
Where did we end up
like
here?
Is there like a crowd of people, or
It's the
like in front of-
beastmen all gathered together, all
like,
trying
is
to
there so
get...
many people?
Hmm?
Is there so many people that I can't get through, or
No,
is it
not at
just
all.
like-
It's just that you couldn't quite make out things clearly from the distance.
I try to close the gap between me and the creature.
You attempt to do so, however, the creature does not stay where it is for any particular length of time, as in a single bound it leaps nearly 50 feet in the air
What?
and launches itself like a missile.
What the fuck?
It
back
lands nearly 50 yards behind you and bolts, rushing with speed faster than any horse.
What the fuck? How am I gonna catch that?
What a peculiar creature. I must study it.
The doctor says as he is smacked with the tail end of the creature being flung several yards.
Whoever
As
that
it
man
rushes
is
by
not
him.
very smart.
For a chicken, it sure can jump.
The doctor stands up and brushes himself off.
Jeez.
You see the beastmen attempting to rush the thing with horses, however, they are far, far slower. Even their fastest gallop isn't even a fourth the speed that thing moves.
Dang.
Maybe we can't rush it.
I'm starting to get the picture of why they haven't gotten this thing yet. Dagnabbit, that...
You notice there is a trail of blood, by the way,
Oh?
that it left behind.
I follow the blood.
This will be essential to my studies. The doctor pulls out a vial and collects the blood.
You collect a bit of dirt that has been somewhat soaked.
I follow the blood path.
You follow, however, the beastmen have gone quite a bit far ahead of you, but you continue forward with them until you reach the edge of town, where the beastmen have stopped.
Does the blood trail continue, though?
Well, it doesn't much matter, because the blood trail leads into the lagoon.
Into the lagoon?
Into the lagoon.
After him! The doctor runs into the lagoon.
Doctor, you are about a very far distance behind right now. You didn't follow.
Oh.
In fact, the only person actually there witnessing this at the moment is Vidar. He was the only one that followed the men.
I'm assuming that the, Now, he can jump super high. Did he just jump over the lagoon, or did he actually jump in the lagoon?
You say aloud.
I do.
One of the men answer you. In fact, actually, it's Grogar who's there next to you. No, he didn't jump the damn thing. Damn thing ran straight across.
Ran straight across? That's got to be pretty damn deep. How did he run across?
The damn thing can swim like a bullet.
Holy shit. Damn it. I can see why you guys haven't caught this thing yet.
You think? Damn thing's so fast and elusive we can't get a damn beat on it. Our arrows bounce off of it. Our swords can't even get close to it.
Dang, this thing is crazy.
What if one of us dresses up as the cow, and when he steals, we stab him in the stomach?
I've heard of that strategy before, actually. It was pretty good. But yeah.
Iris says, appearing.
The good doctor catches up.
You
Fashionably
do,
late.
actually, yes. At this point, you have now caught up to where they were, or are, rather.
Well,
If the only thing that can get close to it is the cow, then we gotta be the cow.
you know, that's not the worst idea I've ever heard.
Brilliant!
I mean, we
Stop.
could do that.
Stop moving the laptop like crazy and making a bunch of noise.
He didn't make too much. It was just a little bit.
Darvin,
Alright.
do you have anything to add to this conversation of the...
I'm just shocked.
Shocked at what?
Well, he
This
moved too
crazy man decided to grab a bird and be flung and somehow survive. I'm still just shocked about that.
fast.
I mean, I think a few ribs are broken, but it's all good.
You have no ribs, you're just cloth!
He has. I
Stop
think he has
pretending to be a people!
All right. That means we have 2 strategies left.
The good doctor finally notices Dwarven the Grey and comments saying, "Who is this lanky fellow?"
Who are you? You look like a bag of rotting flesh.
The good doctor is actually dressed all in black with a mask like a crow. Where he is wearing a plague doctor suit.
He's not wearing the suit. He is the suit.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do!
We don't know that.
I cut his arm. His skin was the fabric.
We only saw a glimpse, and that was kind of far away, a little blurry. wasn't completely.
No, I was right next to him. I took a rock while
I am indeed the suit!
What?
I am and always have been the good doctor.
What? You're a suit? Are you just living cloth? Because I feel like you're more than just living cloth.
Perhaps.
living cloth.
I hear moaning in the
Anyway,
distance.
perhaps you should get back on subject.
Anywho, we have
What's the subject again?
the Cockatrice, and we have 2 options now, considering what we just saw: trap or find its lair. That's the only.
No! Dress up as a
Find its
freaking
lair.
cow.
That is
We'll dress you
technically a
up like
trap.
cow.
That is a trap.
We'll dress you up like a cow and send you into its lair.
I'm not going. No! Vidar has to do it because he's the one with all the arm power. He can shove the sword right into him.
What?
And I can fashion the cow suit out of the flesh of the dead behind
You
us.
can't say that out loud. Be quiet.
Oh yeah, we are surrounded by people right now. Let's come up with a plan. Hey, regroup at the tavern. Regroup.
Regroup.
I'll buy us all drinks.
Thank you. You're so nice. Plus, I
You
just
meet
bought
up
some stuff.
at the tavern.
All right, regroup.
It's around the
Okay.
evening, so it's actually quite loud and busy going on right now. Many orcs, elves, dwarves, humans, all busied about, drinking, singing, songs, that sort of thing. There's a man playing a lute.
All right. So let me get this straight. You want to dress me up as a cow?
Yes.
How about we dress Iris up like a cow?
I'm a bowman. I won't be able to do any damage at all.
She's 7 feet tall. I don't think she'll. She's a pretty bulky cow.
Actually, that technically would make her perfect for it, but anyway.
Cows aren't 7 feet.
That-
I mean,
Actually, they're pretty
It would
big.
indeed
They're
work,
pretty
but
dang
it's
big.
not strength to kill the cow. Maybe we should dress up Vidar in a calf costume instead.
How about let's dress the doctor up like a cow instead?
The doctor turns around and looks at Dwarven the Grey, sitting on the floor tied up because he was requested not to move
What?
What?
to prevent him from performing his cure.
What?
what are you talking
The hell are
about?
you talking about? Good doctor, I am the narrator. Keep narrations to me. If I haven't specified that something is a thing, then it isn't a thing yet.
Let's see. Look, alright. Now, while the good doctor does technically make good bait, since apparently he can't die,
He can't fight whatsoever.
exactly, that's what I was getting to. He's not exactly the best combatant.
He's a loony. He's perfect for playing cow.
Cow, perhaps, but Stabby McStabberson, not so much.
So you're voting for yourself then?
Unfortunately, it appears that's the case.
What
Good
if
if you
we
paid-
dress up as a herd of cows?
You're weak too. A
Wouldn't
herd
that
of
be more
cows.
enticing
He
to
only
the beast?
steals. No, the beast steals one cow at a time. Apparently,
Let's see. Oh, but how would you find me after he steals me?
you kill him.
By myself.
You would stab him in the stomach, and he would realize you're not a freaking cow.
This is true.
It would be
I feel
right in
like
his
stabbing
claw.
him up
You
to
could
the
just
base of the
shove him
skull
up.
would work better.
You just shut up. Dude, you would be right in his claw, right next to his side. You can shove a sword right in him, and he'll be damaged.
I mean, yeah. But remember, last time he went right across that water.
Yeah, but you don't need to breathe.
No. I'm fine. What I'm saying is you following the blood trail would probably be hard.
Vidar is definitely our best option. In case he has the strength to kill the beast while also being unafflicted so he can't die.
I guess, but
Let me just give you all a little recap of the plan that you are proposing. You want to somehow create a realistic-looking cow decoy that you're going to put a living person inside of. Potentially with some kind of weapon somehow. That individual is going to somehow attract the attention of the Cockatrice, which is then going to, with its large, toothy maw, pick up said person inside of decoy. What is your plan from that point?
I already explained everything.
dark
You
kills.
explained it beautifully. That was perfect. That's exactly the plan.
I just want to make sure that
When he's
everything
picked
is
up
in
by the
order.
cockatrice.
I know you think it's ridiculous, but I know this is gonna work.
I didn't
I have
say
faith.
anything
That's the
other
most
than
right.
I simply explained your plan back to you.
Yeah, Mr. DM, you think you know everything. I bet you don't have a better plan. You think I'm a genius. That was the best
What is
plan
this
you
DM you speak of?
none of your business.
Okay, wait. I would like to say that, I would like a more reliable form of maybe you following somehow, if that's a possibility. I mean, maybe I can slow it down if I keep stabbing it.
The poison!
Oh, yeah, the poison. That's a good point.
Didn't have to actually kill it, just wound it.
Now, I do still have that occult dagger. That might be handy. It's kind of hard to stab a sword. It'll be hard to pull out a sword while I'm in a cow costume. But a dagger, that's more likely. That might be able to slow it down enough that you can catch up to it. At least so he's...
If you lash the inside of its mouth while it's flying away, the poison will take quick effect due to its lethality.
Yeah, but like, how is he gonna get up to its mouth? I mean, unless he's in
The
its mouth,
cockatrice
which
carries its
seems
prey
kind
on
of
its
dangerous.
mouth.
I didn't read any of that anywhere. Did we see that?
You saw the cockatrice, yes, and it carries off large prey in its mouth. It only has the 2 feet and no hands. It has no other means of carrying.
Oh, I know. I got just the thing. All right. So we convince the farmer to make sure it's me. We'll convince the farmer to put all his livestock in the barn for the day, so I'm the only cow out there. That way we know that I am the one that's going to get taken.
I will buy a cow from the doctor's... Why did I call him a doctor?
We don't need a whole. I mean, I guess we could use a whole cow.
I'll be right back, so figure out all your details for your plan.
You're
I'll
leaving
buy
again?
a cow from the rancher.
Is there something wrong?
Then I'll surgically remove the internal organs.
Here's the
And
question.
Vidar can crawl inside. After which, we'll support the cow on the field.
The doctor trying to
with
kill
some
Vidar.
posts. That way, the cockatrice is convinced it is a cow because Vidar
You say
is
too many
surrounded by the
words and
scent
don't
of a
answer
cow.
no questions.
Well, let's see. Well, first of all, we gotta figure out if we can afford a cow. Because cows are, I don't know, but cows might be a pricey.
Well,
Cows are
we
fairly
also,
common, so their price might be much less than you're expecting.
We also have the problem that it only takes live cows. And I don't know if it can smell the fact that it's alive or how it does that. But maybe if you're moving, it'll be good enough.
Then we'll make sure it's a fresh kill. It won't be able to tell as easily because the rot won't have set in.
Yeah, we'll only have 1 day to use this dead cow.
More like an hour at best.
Well,
An hour? I mean, we'll have a couple hours.
Rot
Right.
sets on rather quickly.
What are you talking
don't
about,
you have
Doctor?
a way to make things live forever?
I could try removing it.
Well,
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
it's
wait.
kind of hard to remove the humanity from a cow.
Wait,
What
wait,
is
wait,
the
so you're
doctor
gonna remove-
trying to do?
We're just discussing ideas.
Yes, but I want to know what the doctor thinks he's trying to do.
I could try to perform my cure on the cow and see what happens.
He wants to make it so that the cow is technically alive, so that when I'm inside of it, it seems more realistic.
Or we can just put an actual cow there and stick our swords in it, and then when it eats the cow, it'll have a bunch of swords in it.
I don't think that'll do it.
How about we
I don't-
fill a cow with a bunch of poison? We surgically add the
Yeah,
just
it doesn't
die.
go after.
No, we don't open the jars. We put
Oh,
the,
you mean
we put
like
the
we
vials
put-
of poison inside the cow. So
No,
when,
we, like-
when it eats the cow,
Shut
it
up!
ingests the poison.
You mean like you strap the
It doesn't
poison to
eat
the
bodies.
outside of the cow?
Yeah, like rub it in poison, kind of like
Well, I mean,
marinating it.
I feel
no,
like,
like having stacks
the
tied to
cockatrice
the
would be
cow,
able to
so when it
smell if it
bites
was
on the
poisoned.
cow,
Okay,
That's why
so
we
when it bites the
keep
cow,
poison in
it
the
bites
vials.
the poison sacks.
yeah, like basically take like a bunch of vials of poison and just tape them to a cow.
Kind of.
I
and
was
then when it
thinking
eats it-
more we open
What
up
is
the
this
cow.
tape you speak of?
I
A
was
decent-
thinking rope, or string, or cloth.
I don't see why we can't just open up the cow.
You can't just go opening up cows.
If it's our cow, I don't see the problem.
Have you ever operated on a cow?
I've practiced on various
Animal
animals.
handling is not the same as medicine, doctor.
Animal handling actually is the skill to be able to get animals to do what you want. Medically speaking, the doctor does actually know how to perform on animals.
Oh,
Look.
lucky him.
Do we know if the cockatrice operates on sight or smell?
You do not.
We read a whole book chapter.
It's always better to play it safe. He'll probably notice it by sight if it can see that well, that it's dead, if we decide to kill it.
You do know.
If it
You do
operates by
note that
smell,
Grogar told you that they had tried trapping the cockatrice using dead animals. However, it didn't ever go for the dead ones.
Yeah, we already mentioned that, though, like several times. You were gone.
I'm pointing out a fact about the question that you asked.
Well, yeah, because that's a good point, because that would mean that he might not go for the cow costume because he might be able to smell the difference.
We were talking about strapping poison to the cow. We already moved past the cow costume.
I was still thinking about it. But yeah, we could try, although I don't, unless we use all of our poison.
It is a
we
large
could've-
creature. It'll probably take a couple vials.
Alright, well let's make some more poison. Because we only have 2 vials right now. I don't know how much it'll take, but it's a big creature, so let's get as much as we can.
Doctor, do you know how many men this super poison can kill?
We have a few vials of lethal poison from the Nightshade.
2. We have 2 vials, but I think we might need more.
One
Yeah,
drop is enough to kill one man.
How many drops do we have?
These are vials, so several drops.
You technically have enough poison that you could kill 50 people.
Oh, well, then I guess that will work.
Well, it's resistant to poison, though.
No, it's just big.
The bigger
Resistant
it
doesn't
is,
mean immune, it just means it's resistant.
Well, I'm saying that it's resistant because what would affect a lot of people would affect it slightly less.
that's because it's a fairly big creature. Poison takes longer to travel through the blood system.
No, it's because it has a giant freaking liver.
50 men, and it's about 14 feet long. See, 6, 12. I'd say it's about 3 or 4 men. So 50 men is under the threshold for how much liver it has. Maybe 5 men
That's
at
not
the
how
most.
scale works, but sure. That does sound like something Vidar would say.
I know, but at the same time, I mean, like, it can't be more than, like, 7 men worth of livers unless it has just a particularly
7
really
men worth
awesome
of
liver.
livers.
I don't know. I'm just taking wild guesses here. I don't know how its liver works. I'm just saying. Look,
Just to be on the safe side, we can make a couple more vials of poison. Nightshade
There we
is
go.
all. Nightshade isn't that uncommon, after all.
alright. Let's look for some night. Alright, this is actually this isn't the worst plan. All we gotta do is just make some more nightshade, put it on a cow, put the rest of the cow in the barn, and then hope he grabs that cow.
Since I have the medical skill, we'll just surgically insert.
But we don't.
What is your obsession with inserting poison into the cow?
We do not have to put it in the cow. Just like tape it on. That way we don't have to.
But if we do that, we risk the nightshade poison falling off.
Well, it shouldn't fall off. I mean, he's got big jaws. The second he bites into it, I mean, there you go. We'll just put it like right on the top. That way, like, he's guaranteed to eat it.
We don't know how intelligent this creature is.
I don't think he's. Well, he said he has the intelligence of like a normal-ish creature. Didn't he say that before? Like he's
Rogar did not specify anything as to the intelligence of the creature. However, the book you read mentioned that the Cockatrice is a beast. In essence, that it is simply a creature. It is not something which has speech or complicated social structures or anything like that. It is an animal.
It's
ultimately.
not gonna recognize a jar of poison. I think that we can safely put vials of poison on it, and it's not gonna be like, "Ooh, poison! I'm not gonna eat that."
Then we'll need to figure out a way to craft an adhesive in which we can
You're a
hold the
doctor.
vials.
Just
Does glue exist in this time period?
Glue? Of course glue exists.
It's adhesive in this time period, not glue.
Yes, but it does exist.
All right, well then let's just get some glue at the general store, and if they, I don't know if they sell the glue at the general store. I don't know, and we'll just freaking put some poison on this cow.
Since I have the most money, I'll check. I've never
Alright.
made adhesive myself.
Okay, you go ahead.
The doctor heads over to the general store.
You enter into the general store, a place containing materials and things that you would say are actually more than just general.
I'd like to speak to the general store manager, please.
Yes, hello, it is I, the general store man. What would you like?
Do you have any adhesive available?
Of course. The rancher is always having horses go out. Lots of bones to be made into glues.
How much does this adhesive cost?
Well, it's not easy to make. It will cost you about 1 silver for a small bottle of adhesive.
I'll take
But I
5.
guarantee it's quite powerful stuff. Very strong.
I'll take 5 vials.
Very well.
5?
The doctor
You
hands
have
over
5
silver.
bottles of adhesive.
I don't think
We
we
only-
need that much.
The good doctor has enough silver.
I don't think that
The
was the
good
question,
doctor
but
doesn't know how to spend his money.
I was going to say the good doctor doesn't have enough brain. But you have 5 bottles now of small adhesive.
The doctor returns to the tavern.
What about the rest of you? What did you do?
I'm just sort of following Vidar around.
Vidar, what are you doing?
I ask the tavern wench for a couple of bottles of honey mead.
Very well, you will have to part with about 4 copper.
4 copper for how much?
2 bottles.
4 copper, 2 bottles. All right. All right. I just wait there until the doctor gets back.
He gets back.
All right. Let's go to the farm and convince this guy. Well, actually, we'll have to wait till tomorrow, but because he attacks in the daytime, and he's already attacked today, so we'll have to wait for him to attack tomorrow. But I say tomorrow morning. Well, yeah. Well, no, we'll convince the farmer tonight, and then we'll go to bed. Then tomorrow morning, we'll bright and early stake out his farm and just wait, I guess, with the 1 cow. Okay, let's go to the farm.
Alright.
Very well, you and your party of very silent, stoic people decide to go to the farm. Stop that ruckus.
That was my dog.
What? Tell that doggo to stop his ruckusing.
She was trying to get in.
Where is this doggo you speak of?
Hello, doggo.
Silence, Doctor. You make it to the farm. There is a farm man there. A man who does farm work that you might describe as a farmer.
Hello, farm
Stop eating
man.
that.
Look what you eating.
Don't
My
mind
Chinese.
the loon.
Ha ha ha! Get it, eat all of it, steal it.
No. I tried to.
I'm not sure what has gotten into my party members.
Oh, I'm assuming. I'm fine.
Well,
Oh, wait.
hello in there, you fiddling folk. What you got in your crawl?
Excuse me, sir, but we know how you've been afflicted by this freaking cockatrice trying to
I
kill
don't
your...
think you used the word afflicted right, but yep, that cockatrice sure is one hell of a son of a bitch.
Yes. Well, we were hoping to lay a trap for the cockatrice.
Trap, huh? Well, them beastmen have tried all sorts of traps, and none of them ever damn well seem to work.
Did they try poison?
Well, how is shit am I supposed to keep track of all the dumb shit they've been doing?
Well, we're gonna try a trap today, tomorrow, and we just wanted to ask if you could just leave one of your little sheepies out tomorrow and keep the rest in your barn. That's all.
Well, I guess I can do that. I'll be sending the poor son of a bitch to the slaughter, though. Alright, I guess I'll pick my least favorite sheep. Probably
Yeah,
be Baba. Baba's a piece of shit.
Thank you, sir, for your cooperation. We'll be over here bright and early tomorrow.
I'll wait here outside the barn to make sure nothing happens throughout the night.
You're just gonna stand there? Alright, sure, why not? Do it.
So, this plague man is just gonna stand outside the barn.
Apparently, yes. Just gonna stand there. He has made his decision.
Man, I would get so bored. But yes, go ahead. Alright, guys, let's go sleep back in the Beastmen Guild.
Very well, you head back to the Beastmen Guild, and after some asking around, find a spot where you're allowed to sleep in.
Oh, we should read that book before bed. A little bit every day, you know. Depending on what time it is. I don't know what time it is.
Well, it is the middle of the night. Why not bring out your book in the middle of a hall full of sleeping people, and others which are not so asleep? I'm sure your illegal contraband isn't going to get you in any particular trouble if it's seen.
I'm just gonna eat.
Very well, you do so.
Yeah, guess I'll eat a ration and go to bed then.
Very well. You have some lovely, lovely dreams tonight. For real, actually. Not horrible whatsoever. And I'm not lying. At all.
Oh, wow.
Vidar, you have a dream where you're up face first with the cockatrice, and you actually manage to stab it right in the heart, and it falls down, and you're filled with a sense of victory.
The Rocky theme plays, and I'm like doing the pump.
What is a Rocky theme?
You don't.
You're not
know.
in his dreams.
Yeah, you're not in my. It's like da da da. Yeah.
Dorvin, your dream is one where you're on a road, walking. Oh, damn, is it a long-ass road. But, as you keep walking, you notice the ground is not made of ground. Not at all. The floor is not made of floor. It is, in fact, candy. Yes, the whole world is made of candy. Everything.
Is there any money?
Nope, just candy. Just candy. As far as the eye can see. The trees,
And
the ground, the
coins
grass.
made out of chocolate.
Yes. Your gold has turned to a brown shade of chocolate.
Pretty good dream.
You take a bite of one of those coins and note that it tastes exceptionally bitter.
Oh no.
Just how I like my chocolate.
Oh, good.
Good, good. That's what I was going for, obviously. Iris, your dream. You're eaten by a cyclops. The end.
That is so terrible.
I dream it every night. It's okay.
What? Why?
Nothing like sweet dreams of the homeland. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. Freaking Cyclopses in Crete. I'm scared of Crete.
You awaken, all except for the doctor, who has been standing like a Skyrim NPC outside of the farm for the past 8-ish hours.
Sounded like the wails of dead children. In the background there for a sec.
Who knows, maybe it is.
Oh dear lord, am I? Alright, let's go over to the farm.
You travel to the farm and see the doctor standing exactly where he stood when you left him.
Oh, doctor. See anything last night?
Nothing happened.
Oh, that sucks. Alright, let's put this poison on Baba.
Yep,
I'm
you
assuming-
note that Baba is the only sheep out in the field right now. Everyone else has been put
Baba.
away.
Baba. What?
Baba.
Sucks for
Baba the
you,
sheep.
Baba. Alright, Iris. Let's take that vial, one of your vials of poison and one of my vials of poison, and put them on this sheep.
We'll apply them around the stomach area, since that's where the cockatrice will bite first.
Okay. I don't know if he will, but hey, it's better than not putting him anywhere.
Well, if it swallows it whole, then it wouldn't really matter either way, but better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Alright, Baba. Don't mind us.
Are we poisoning this sheep?
No, we're just gluing poison on him.
And how long are we supposed to wait until the
Fuck if I
cockatrice
know.
comes out?
We just
be-
wait. Have
could
you
be
not
days.
waited before?
What do you mean? Could be days. What if like a wolf comes and eats the sheep, and within that time it takes him?
Well, if a wolf comes, we can kill it. But if it's if it's the frickin' cockatrice, well, who frickin' knows? Because he's too fast. All right. Do we successfully glue the poison on the sheep?
Yes, it's not a complicated thing to do.
Does the sheep
What do
go
you mean
bah?
successfully? This is child's work.
Does the sheep go bah?
Yes, twice in fact.
Days.
I get it, because bah bah. All right.
If this plan's work, I'll be taking the cockatrice. Well, I don't think I'd actually be able to take it, but I will be extracting materials from it.
Yeah, good luck with that, Doc. We gotta kill it first. All right, let's.
I
find a
did
place
specify
to-
if this plan succeeds.
Oh, okay.
So we're not gonna be like hiding the entire time, are we? We're actually gonna.
I don't even know if we gotta hide. I mean, he's pretty brazen in his attacks. I mean, he had the entire Beastmen Guild in front of him, and he was just like, "Ha ha, nanny nanny boo, can't catch me." So yeah, I don't think he's worried about us.
Well, now we wait. The doctor
As you're actually having this conversation, you hear a strange, very faint sound.
Eh?
and notice
Nani?
the winds behind you shifting like a mirage
Uh-oh.
as the cockatrice uncloaks.
Chloe,
Uncloaked. Whoa,
Amazing.
whoa, whoa.
I ready my swords.
It is already standing in the midst of the field with the sheep.
Do not attack. You'll just get yourself killed.
What? No, I won't.
Do you want to attack it then?
Wait, has he eaten the sheep yet?
No, he just appeared
Oh.
out of thin air.
I'm gonna let him go for the sheep first. Because I
High
doubt...
or low?
High?
The cockatrice ignores you and latches its mouth around the sheep. You can hear the vials break, and you see the liquid seep out through its teeth. The cockatrice immediately releases its grip from its toothy maw on the sheep and rears back.
I rush in to stab it while it's distracted. I
Very
don't...
well, give me a roll.
Why are they missing? Sorry, I've been talking this whole time. I didn't even have my dice out. Duh. Come on, come on. Alright, dice. Where's my other one? Yeah, those are the right ones. Two?
A 2, you say?
Yep. I don't know what I'm rolling for, but a 2.
Well, you're rolling for your attack, you said.
Oh, yes.
All right, then. Well, the cockatrice, despite its large stature and everything, having bitten into the poison, feeling it course into it from its mouth, screeching as it doesn't notice your immediate approach, and you manage to swing both of your blades in such a way as to wound the creature, seeing it start to bleed out onto the ground, dealing a significant amount of damage, you think. However, for the cockatrice, this is mostly a surface wound.
Ew.
Perfect. The good
Perfect.
doctor, the good doctor pulls out his vials of poison.
What?
And throws them at the cockatrice.
What? What are you doing?
You had vials of poison that you kept hidden?
I've had vials of poison in my bag the entire time. Not lethal poison, but poison.
Right. Very well, you may attempt to throw. Do you have dice? I'm guessing not.
I do not have dice.
I figured as much. You give a limp, weak, girly throw, and the vials fall flat on the ground and break.
Oh no. Daddy.
Well, that's unfortunate.
He says with a shrug.
The doctor walks back to the barn and leans up against it.
What?
Anyone else?
Iris, you gonna shoot this thing?
Can I shoot its wound?
You may attempt to fire an arrow at it, yes.
Okay, well, I attempt to do.
Give me a roll.
28.
You manage to fire an arrow into its open wound. You note that the cockatrice makes a screeching sound out of rage from this action. However, again, it seems to be mostly unfazed. While the injuries are definitely painful, they are not mortal. Dorvin, you have an action, if you'd like to take one.
I would like to try to attack it.
As you wish.
Just anywhere.
Do you have dice you can roll now, or should I roll for you?
I got a 16.
You got a 16. Alright then. Allow me to roll for the cockatrice. The cockatrice, unfortunately, has gotten quite pissed at all of this.
Oh no.
And, in retaliation, as Dorvin approaches and tries to attack it, it makes a counter-attack, and succeeds. It knocks Dorvin with a great deal of force with its tail, knocking him straight into the barn and straight through the barn wall.
Ouch.
Oh my god. Why?
He has withstood significant damage,
Looks like we're
and
gonna
has
have to-
actually been knocked entirely unconscious, being reduced to 0 HP.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like we're gonna have to go to the general store.
Also, he is bleeding out, and without medical attention, he will die.
So I'm bleeding, so what?
Oh my
The
god.
good doctor walks over to the unconscious.
Before you do that, good
Door.
doctor, the cockatrice has a turn.
Oh no.
The cockatrice, enraged, screeches at the lot of you, however, turns and runs.
No! I run after it. Even though that's probably futile, but
You only get as far as the gate before you note that the cockatrice has already put the distance of around 10 football fields between you.
What?
Leave it be. The more it exerts itself, the faster the poison circulates.
I keep following.
Doctor, you may now have your attempt.
I attempt to apply
First aid, I'm guessing.
first aid.
Your first aid is successful. You manage to stabilize Dorvin the Grey, bringing him back to 1 HP. However, he is still unconscious for the time being.
Iris, would you like to assist me in bringing him back to the Beastmen Guild?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I pick him up.
Very well, you do so, and you may take him back to the Beastmen Guild if you wish.
I didn't notice them, and I kept running.
You keep running towards further and further along, getting closer and closer to the marshes. However,
Man.
it is a very long distance
What's a long distance?
to where the cockatrice went into the marsh. The marsh is actually a very far distance away, and you very quickly run out of stamina well before you ever get even close to the marshes.
Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Man, that thing's fast. We need horses. And I look behind me and realize no one's behind me, and I'm like, ah, crap. Because I wasn't even paying attention.
I would say you ran, roughly speaking, about 4 miles chasing the cockatrice.
I'll never find it in that freaking forest by myself.
Marsh.
I'll never find it in that marsh by myself. He'd be hiding anywhere. Crap. I guess I'll have to come back. I go back. I walk my way back to town.
Very well. Iris and Good Doctor, you manage to get Dorvin back to the Beastmen Guild, where after some time he manages to awaken.
I'll need to apply some to ease the pain.
Say again, Good Doctor.
Good. I'll need to apply some more medicine to ease the pain
Medicine?
and hasten the healing.
What kind of medicine?
The Good Doctor's kind.
Oh.
Well then, Good
Don't
Doctor...
put that zombie juice in me.
No, that's not a good idea.
Zombie juice you speak of.
The Good Doctor gives an attempt to further heal Dorvin the Grey. However, he is unsuccessful as he finds that his stash of medical equipment is lacking in particular herbs, and he is unable to do anything further at this point.
I'll need to go out and collect some materials. The doctor goes out to collect some materials.
Is anything broken?
I'm glad you asked, actually. His torso has been crippled. Broken ribs.
Well, yeah, I only got, punched through a fucking barn.
He sustained 2 points of permadamage, which will take time to recover.
Ouch. I know all about permadamage. Sucks.
Yeah, but you can just get rid of your perma-damage by sucking on the human juices.
Now I can. I couldn't before. And he has ribs that are cracked. Not an arm that he was basically worthless for the time during... like I was.
Do I have a roll for searching?
How about you sort your mic out, whatever's going on with it? You keep cracking up.
My voice seems to be scratchy.
As for a roll, it's natural world. I'll give you a natural world roll. However, keep in mind that you won't be... The amount of time which will pass is quite lengthy. Basically, it will take the whole day for you to collect materials, whether you succeed or fail on the roll. And you did fail on your roll. Unfortunately, the local forested area is both a good distance away, given the lake, but also you were unable to find the particular materials you were looking for.
The doctor returns to the Beastmen Guild.
Remember, this took you all day. So by the time you do get back, it's like it's like night by the time you eventually get back from doing that. So then, Vidar, Iris, Dorvin, you're all in the guild hall together now.
Yes. Ooh. Let's see.
I mean, I have several broken ribs. I don't think I'm going to be moving.
Well, I mean...
I'm not a zombie like you. I can't just get up and move around.
I could do that before I was this, but I mean, yes, you should heal first. But we don't know how. What did the doctor say was wrong with you? Broken rib or two, right?
Broken ribs and have sustained quite a bit of blunt force trauma.
I see. Let's see. Did the doctor tell you how long it would be?
That I have to live, or
No, you dummy. How long till you get better?
no, I'm almost dead.
Almost dead. Let's see. Well, whether you're dead or not, we need to try to get that cockatrice tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to stay here.
I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Well, you can read up on your book while you're sitting there. Yeah, catch up on reading time.
I am in a guild hall full of beastmen. I'm not gonna read.
Do you want me to put you somewhere where no one will find you?
If you put me where somebody won't find me, then how do I trust that you'll find me when you...
I mean, I'll know where I put you.
But what about the doctor?
What about him?
Will he know where I am?
Yeah.
You could potentially put him up in an inn.
Oh, yeah. Literally any inn would be fine for this.
You're paying for it.
I just paid for a bunch of stuff. You're the one chilling in the inn.
I'm the one with several broken ribs and cannot go and fight anything.
I could just pick you up and throw you on the street and and you could just wait there all day.
When I'm healthy again, I will burn you alive.
You can, but I'll just come back. And then I'll be twice as pissed. And I don't think you want that. Anyway.
Well, you see, you'll be burned alive, so I don't think being pissed will be the most of my problem. Just put me in an inn and shut up.
Ugh. Fine, but it's coming out of your pay, buddy.
It is coming out of your pay.
Fine, I won't put you in the inn.
Fine, put me in the sawmill.
Alright. Do we have a sawmill here?
There is a sawmill, yes.
I'm guessing
All
it's
right.
empty. All the other ones were empty.
This is a much larger town.
Oh. Is there an empty place in this town?
Let's ask one of the beastmen.
No.
Excuse me, beastman. Beastman? Hello?
What are you just yelling for random beastmen for?
Oh, sorry. Is there any place that would be good for reading around here? Just a nice...
The library.
I mean, like a nice secluded spot to read. You know, no hustle and bustle, you know what I mean?
The library? What are you after?
Just a good reading spot, that's all.
You're being very suspicious.
How?
You just are.
Well, sorry, I just want a good place to read, that's all.
What are you after here? What do you mean a reading spot? You could read anywhere.
Yeah, but people talk and are loud, you know what I mean?
Find a place that isn't. Go to like the lake or something.
Okay, jeez. I just was curious. Alright.
The man leaves.
Alright.
You probably should have considered making your questions a bit more specific.
I didn't want to seem more suspicious. Alright. How about
Yes, because being like, hey man, wink wink, where's a good, reading spot around here? Because that's what all the cool kids want to know.
Well, I could have just went up and been like, hey, where can I do my drugs? But I thought that might be more suspicious.
I mean, these are the dark times. You could probably just go into the streets and do your drug.
I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what drugs existed back then. Opium, I guess. That
Any
thing?
type of opioid.
Yeah. All right. Well, can you he can sit up, right? Like he can sit on chairs and stuff just fine, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's prop you up in the library and you can read in there because it's not suspicious to read books in there. It'll just be like any other book. They'll be like, "Oh, he's reading a book." Okay. Can Dorvin walk?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
His legs aren't broken.
That's right. Then he can just walk his ass up to the library himself.
No, you must carry me. It will put too much weight on my ribcage.
You know what? Fine. I will. Pick him up.
How do you pick him up?
Over the shoulder.
Very well, you toss him over the shoulder, causing his torso and rib cage to fall upon your shoulder, putting great deals of pressure on it, and a great deal of agonizing pain, which is so great that he is unable to speak and barely able to breathe.
He's pretty quiet. Must be comfy up there.
He is wheezing in pain.
At least,
Character.
at least he hasn't taken any damage. All right, all right. I quickly carry him over to the library.
You get him into the library and on a chair,
There we go.
where he immediately has to gasp for air.
You all right there?
Fuck you.
Ah,
Appropriate.
good to know your spirits are high. I make sure his book is within reach, and I say, I'll be back. But, anything you want while we're out?
I just shoo you away.
Alright. Alright. I go find Iris, wherever she's at.
I'm not sure. Have I returned yet?
No.
Where did he go? I forgot.
He went out for the rest of the day to try and gather materials and failed.
Oh, wait. He decided to go out the whole day to go.
He went to try to gather materials. Gathering materials is an entire day process, because you have to go foraging for them.
Alright, well, that means it's just me and I. Alright. Okay, Iris. Let's see if you and me can find this cockatrice.
Are you sure it's damaged enough?
Probably not, but it's got to be more damage today than it will be tomorrow. I mean, we can't. I'm assuming we can't just poison it every single day. I mean, I guess we could, but I don't know. I feel like it would catch wise eventually.
I guess we could look for it, but I don't know if we're gonna find it, it being so elusive.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe we could at least find where it calls home. Maybe it has a lair of sorts. Place that chills out, you know? Alright. It's you and me, Iris. It'll be fine. That's always been the case. Alright. Me and Iris walk to the spot I saw the cockatrice going. The direction, at least, anyway.
You do so, and there is a great distance between where you're standing, the open field, and the marshes.
All right.
You gather it would likely take you about a day's travel to reach the marsh.
What? Oh, man. I feel like it's a waste if we just came all the way out here and didn't go over there, but it would take us another day to get over to the marsh?
Let me see. You started your attack in the morning. Very little time has honestly passed. By the time you reach the marsh, it will be nighttime.
Oh, right. A day hasn't passed. That's right. Sorry, I forgot what time it was.
It's early morning still. Your encounter with the Cockatrice did not take particularly long.
Okay. Let's see. So is there like a body of water in between here and there?
Yes, you'll have to go around. That's why it's going to take you so long. Partially.
Well, the doctor's out doing who knows what. So, I mean, I guess it's just you and Iris and me. But it'll take a day to walk around, right?
It will be nighttime by the time you actually reach Marshall. Yes.
Crap. What do you think, Iris?
It's not like they're any help right now. Anyway.
That's a good point. Yeah. The doctor's not that good in combat, and Dorvin can't really move right now, so... I guess we have the best combat ability of anybody here right now, so... Alright, let's keep moving, I guess.
Very well. Iris and Dorvin, you make your way to towards Marshall. Dorvin, back to you. I'm guessing you're going to attempt to read your book.
Yes.
It has been some time, and time away somewhere you don't remember, since you've attempted to look at this book. You immediately get out both the book and the guide, expecting that you're going to attempt to study the language a bit more. However, once you open the book itself, you notice something peculiar. You recognize the words now, and their structure.
Ooh.
All of it. You're not sure when it happened, but somehow you know the language of Elder. You can now begin to actually properly read and study the mysterious book.
Yes. That is nice.
And with that, we will end today's session.